hey there. You may know me as the girl who quit ballet and now can't stop talking about it on the internet. This is not a life that I chose, but here I am. It's so embarrassing. So yes, I quit ballet like 2.5 years ago at this point, probably. I lose track. But for some reason, it keeps coming back to me and I always feel like I need to talk about it because everybody can relate. And so today we're going to talk about some unexpected things that you may experience if you decide to leave ballet as well. Disclaimer, I'm not telling you to leave ballet. I loved ballet for many, many years, and I have many, many friends who are still dancing and dancing professionally. However, for those of us who maybe are thinking about it or maybe already left and are now normal humans in society, not bunheads in society, this video is for you. I like to keep things lighthearted around here, so don't worry, it's not getting deep. Anyways, let me do a little formal introduction. Hi, my name is Sarah, and yeah, I was a dancer, not anymore. I hate introductions. Now I'm a social media manager, I'm a content creator, and I make these videos on the internet. Anyways, if you are new here, you should probably subscribe because I promise I make some pretty good videos, okay? And like if you're not new here and you still haven't subscribed, what are you doing? What's up with that? Definitely subscribe, right? Okay. All right, so today we're gonna be talking about a couple of unexpected things that I experienced leaving the ballet world. All right, so I have a couple of notes here. Most of this is gonna be off the top of my head, but probably one of the most unexpected things that happened to me when leaving ballet. I guess I shouldn't say unexpected because I did expect this to happen, but I think you just never really are like prepared for it until it does happen. Anyways, it's this idea that I ended up making a lot of friends who we like bonded over this joint situation of leaving the dance world. Let me explain. I obviously had a lot of friends who were dancers, right? Because I was dancing and that was what I did for hours a day. And inevitably, a lot of these dancers end up leaving as well. And you know, we all go through our struggles and we all go through our pains with leaving, and it's not easy, right? And so there's like a bond there when you have somebody else who knows exactly what you're going through. And I found that I made a lot of friends just from this bond of being able to relate to each other. Being someone that I moved around a lot in my dance career, like I lived in 5 states, I think. I met a lot of people and some of them were closer friends than others. But the interesting thing is that when I moved back to New York after I left ballet, a lot of other dancers moved to New York too. And even if we weren't like best friends in the dance world, now that they weren't dancing and I wasn't dancing, we had something in common and we became better friends. And even like meeting people at the dog park and like seeing people, like I always had this like bond with those people who were like, oh yeah, I used to dance too. Like I did it until I was, I don't know, 18, 15, whatever it happens to be. And you just have this relationship that I feel is closer than a lot of other people who maybe don't have the same experience, you know? So that was really one like unexpected thing that I went through, was bonding with these people that I probably didn't expect. That's the definition of unexpected. Okay, so the second thing is not as nice, but you know, it was something that, again, like it's unexpected, but I probably should have seen it coming. And that was that I ended up losing a lot of friends too. Now, I don't want to scare you, okay? Because leaving ballet and leaving dance does not mean that you're going to lose friends. Like that's not everybody's scenario. However, in my case, again, I traveled all over the place. When you are traveling and when you're living in different states, it's very common that you're going to lose some friends. Not because of a bad like falling out, but just because you're all on different paths and certain friends, you know, they don't become as close as other friends. And when I left ballet, again, I moved. And so it was a thing where, yeah, of course you're going to lose some friends because, you know, maybe you move, maybe you don't move, whatever. In your case, either way, there are those friends, at least in my scenario, where certain people in my life who were my friends would pretty much only talk about ballet. And especially in that first year, maybe even first couple of months that I was transitioning out of ballet, I really just didn't want to spend time with people who were only talking about it because it was still a hard topic for me to talk about myself. And so prioritizing me and my mental health, I just thought it was important that, you know, you don't cut these people off completely. Like, of course not. But you do end up straying away from certain people who, you know, this might be their full-time career and they can only talk about that. That's like all they talk about, like that. Like those are people that I personally just don't necessarily want to hang out with right now, that I'm not doing that. Of course, I have friends in the dance world. I have plenty of friends in the dance world. Like I said, some are professionals, some are students, whatever happens to be. And I love still staying connected to my dance friends. But for the small group of people who literally just talk about ballet 24/7, I found that for me personally, I ended up losing those friends. So it's something that is hard to talk about, and I don't like losing friends, but unfortunately, I think that it happens to probably most people. It's sad, but it's true. Everybody just goes their different path in life, you know? Okay, so another unexpected thing that happened to me when I left ballet was just this like mix of emotions whenever talking about my career as a dancer. Now, this doesn't just occur if you've had a professional career as a dancer. It's also if you were a student, had experiences. Like, we all went through some pretty awesome memories, I'm sure. And I'm not gonna lie, it can be hard to kind of bring up these memories again after you've left, even if you think you are in the best place ever. Like, I can tell you, I love what I do now. Like, I literally love it. I don't regret it for the world. Like, I love what I do, but sometimes it's still hard for me to talk about ballet. Like, still 2.5 years later, I love what I do, no regrets, yet I still have a hard time talking about my career as a dancer. I guess I really should have expected that this would happen, but I don't know. Part of me just thought that I could just move on and kind of just live my new life and not have to really bring it up, but it definitely comes up quite a bit, and it can be hard to talk about it. Now, on the other hand, there are some times where it can be really fun to talk about it too. Like, for example, when I meet a new friend and they're like, oh, like, you know, what's your story? Like, what brought you to Austin? Because I live in Austin now. Like, a lot of times I'll mention that, like, I moved around a whole bunch of places. I actually visited Austin like 5 years ago for a ballet audition because I was a dancer. And then of course they bring up like, oh, you were a dancer. Oh my God, that's so cool, blah, blah, blah. And you end up talking about it and it happens. And sometimes it's a fun, exciting, cute little thing to talk about. And other times it really sucks and you don't want to do it. And that's completely normal. It's hard to talk about something that was a difficult part of your life and was a huge part of your life. It's like a breakup. I say this all the time. Leaving dance, leaving a passion, leaving a hobby is literally like a breakup. So don't worry if you feel like that. Like, it's hard to talk about the person, the passion. It's literally like a breakup. It's hard to talk about them, yet you want to talk about them all the time. And I guess the last thing that was quite unexpected to me, but I hope it's not unexpected to you. Like, I hope that you're excited about this if you are leaving or maybe just left the dance world. It's this idea that you're gonna develop so many new hobbies, like literally so many. I can tell you that there were so many things that I was scared to do or that I couldn't do when I was dancing that I'm excited to do now. Like, one of those things when I was dancing, I remember I was always scared to do like water activities. I don't know why. I think I thought I was gonna like break an ankle or something, like being on a paddleboard beats me. But now I'm like excited to do these things. I'm like, yeah, let's go do it. Who cares if I break an ankle? Like, I work from home. Like, I'll just be sitting in my chair all day. So there are just so many things that you're able to now do since you have more time available to you. I mean, of course, we all work, right? Like, I don't have endless hours of the day, but I do have a lot more time, it feels like, that I can devote to like hobbies than maybe when I was dancing. And also, I'm not as worried about like getting injured or, you know, having to go to rehearsal, or, I don't know, just things like that I felt like I always worried about as a dancer that I'm not as scared of now. Like, again, I wouldn't want to break an ankle, but if it happened, it wouldn't be the end of my career, you know what I'm saying? So just things like that. Like, I really am someone who likes to look at the positive in every situation, and I fully know that leaving the thing that you love is so hard. Like, it is so hard to stay positive during that time. But if you look at it in this light of, you know, now I have more time to do things that I probably wouldn't have even been able to try had I been dancing for 8 hours a day. Or, you know, I'm now able to do things that before I wasn't allowed to do or was scared to do because I would get injured or this or that or the other thing. Just really take this time and think, like, what can I do now? Like, look at this whole horizon of opportunity that now I can take and grab and run with and try all the things that you possibly can. Like, I'm so excited, even 2.5 years later, to like do so many more things with my life that I might have not been able to do if I was dancing. Maybe I'm the only person who feels like that, but like, I don't know. I was always nervous when I was dancing. I was always nervous. So now I just feel so much, I don't know, I feel like a whole different woman. Anyways, that is about it from me. I feel like I could go on and on and on about this topic. So if you want more videos, I'd be happy to make more. Or if you ever have another idea for like a topic, you can always drop it in the comments or like in my DMs on Instagram. I'm always reading it, and also I'm always looking for new video ideas. Because I put out these videos once a week, it can get kind of hard for me to like think of new ideas all the time, especially since I no longer dance. So like sometimes it feels a little awkward. So if you ever have something that you specifically want me to talk about or something funny that I can do, I love the fun stuff. So if there's ever something fun, like just drop it in my comments, in my DMs, and I would love to take a look. Anywho, if you liked the video, I hope you give it a thumbs up. Turn on your bell notifications. I literally never say that, but I'm gonna say it now because I drop new videos every week and you don't wanna miss one. So turn on that little notification. And of course, if you're not already, make sure to subscribe. Okay, again, you don't want to miss a video, and I'm dropping some gold here, all right? Anyways, I hope you have an awesome day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!